season 3 of Invincible, that trailer just dropped. Told you they're not letting up
yet.
What now?
Is this the last season of the show or no?
No, we have a lot to go. Like every time,
there's still a lot of stories.
They got a lot of story to go. They're moving a little bit at a faster pace, but yeah, there's still a lot of story to go. But one thing's for sure about the Invincible, there is a beginning, middle, and an end. It's not. It's the book is done. Like they had a goal in mind and they finished it.
Over the last 90 days, Mark's speed has increased 65%, his endurance 70%, and his strength 138%.
Fuck me! Way to make a fellow superhero feel inadequate. Glad it's not leg day.
You feel like trying out those new muscles of yours?
Sir, we have intense geological events all over the country.
Are you working with D.A. Sinclair? He turned people into monsters.
You don't waste people like that. You reform them. You killed Angstrom Levy. Should I lock you up too?
You know that was different.
Mark, we can be the good guys, or we can be the guys that save the world. We can't be both.
Kid Omni-Man is here!
He told me the O was for Oliver.
Cecil, I can never trust you with either Mark or Oliver's lives, no matter what.
Ouch.
Oliver, you gotta look out for other people.
You guys are in big trouble!
Oh, you want to call for help? Too bad.
You're outnumbered.
And outclassed.
And out of luck.
And now I say something.
With you on our side, we can win this war. I'm not on anyone's side. I disgraced my people. So help me, Mark, and whatever that other kid's name is, stop the Empire.
You're not stopping it. What are you hiding in here?
The White Room is for my protection.
Protection from what?
From you, Mark.
Is that all you got? I will never work for you again. We're done.
It's time for a change.
In more ways than one.
You look amazing!
I don't know. Feels a little serious.
I'm glad
It's about damn
I'm
time.
glad we got the blue suit Invincible. I'm waiting for that.
It's about damn
It
time.
last season because of what they were doing with the title card.
They were waiting.
Yeah.
That's one thing about it. One thing about Invincible is it's a great read. And they do not pull back. And the fact that they actually had an ending and there was actual drama to deal with and repercussions and I'm just like, everybody kept saying he keeps getting. I'm like, give him a minute.
It does
give
take
him a minute.
It does take a while, but man,
he's half human, so give him a minute.
But when he gets there, especially that one scene, I'm sorry, that's way ahead. That's way ahead. He finally lose it.
From him finally losing it, which
it is everything.
That part.
I'm crying. Who said that?
I don't know.
I'm crying.
This is season Mark's balls dropped there.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we have this series is like a couple.
Yeah. Why you be named Mark? I'm you just kind of sit there and you ever had that feeling where you'll sit there and watch a character or something and it's got your actual name, so you're just like, okay, all right, all the Marks committee here, don't make me look stupid.
Please.
He said, we're not going out here like punks. Don't do this.
Yep.
It's like, no,
that's how you be feeling.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Darkness, my old friend.
Hey Lizzie, how's it going?
Hey, Emma, I don't know the significance. Apparently, we're getting a more serious Mark with the blue suit, though. That is.
Oh, it's getting serious. It's
It's about time. I'm tired of him. Like I know he's a kid, but I'm
I
tired
don't
of
know
him.
what
Mark?
series loses more blood. Is it this or Bleach?
I
I'm
really
so
think
glad.
it's Invincible. I have
You know
never.
what?
I will never forget
If you
watching season one.
factor in 1,000-Year Blood War, I'll take Bleach.
Yeah, the fact
If
that
you
they let
factor that
go
in.
all out with that last arc makes me so happy because they
Mm-hmm.
kneecapped it so bad when it first started. Like certain people that we're seeing now got like a page in a final fight and all like a
Yeah.
piece, a single panel, because they kicked Kubo out the door for no damn reason. But this show, that last fight with Angstrom, I was like, oh, this just got violent. And then him
Right.
embracing the girl and dropping out of school, and I'm like, he just wanted to be a normal boy.
It gets nasty. Let's put it this way:
feel like-
if you hear the word conquest,
I
gird
know
your
that's
loins.
coming.
It's about to get nasty. It's
What'd you
about
say,
to get
Chuck?
nasty.
I just
Damn.
think this show is I will never forget watching season one, and I just was like I was so thrown aback. I was really just like they aired this on TV. Like I was really taken aback when season I would never forget that train scene. Like I was really just like it's not even just about blood, it's about the way that the blood is showed, and I will never forget. And yeah, it's gotten worse. I mean, they was boxing niggas last season. I was like, God. I was just like, you make my back hurt, like my throat got
Right.
but it's something like that's why I think like watching Invincible makes me kind of like it's a clutch my pearl show, and I don't have that often. You know, watch a lot of anime and stuff, and it can get real sick. But this show, I'd be like, God, why? I'd be asking why.
When
as
I got
opposed to healing.
introduced, when I was introduced to the book, I was introduced to the volume 1 first. And this was about 15, 20 years ago. And when I read it and I seen, I'm like, he just got washed by his dad? Hold on. And from there, it just went up. And I'm like, I got to put this on my pull list. I got to have this. You know, and it wasn't the violence. It was the way the story was being told. Like, this kid is like Harry Potter. When you first see Harry Potter, it's all happy and everything. The second one, it gets a little darker than the third one. You be like, yo, wait a minute. And it just gets darker. It's that Invincible, literally like, oh, he's got his powers. Oh, shoot. Oh, damn. Wait,
that's like episode 13 of My Hero. You think it's gonna be some happy little kids thing, and then somebody throat get crushed and be like,
oh, the war arc. Yeah.
You're sitting there, you're just like, oh, that should not be.
Nah, Invincible.
As long as we don't, as long as we can avoid that scene in Invincible, we're good.
I was gonna say with the darker themes, is Anissa happening, or do we think they'll find a workaround?
Oh, it's probably gonna wind up happening.
I could see
There's
them.
no way.
I could see them either.
You'll see a pan off, and all you hear is screams.
Yeah, and they'll probably if they do have the workaround, it'll be something like that, and they'll give like a warning at the beginning of the show. I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Are you saying that you saying this is later or this is this season?
This is probably
going to be a little later. Yeah, either
later.
it might be a little. It might be near the end.
Yeah,
but it's definitely if it happens. I don't see it not happening because what happens after that.
The thing about it, Shoyo, is as the Viltrumites actually get closer to Earth, that's where it's supposed to happen.
Yeah,
it's sudden. It'll throw you off, and depending if they want to show it or not, that's
because they were very careful with the panels in the comic. They were very careful with the panels, so they they may even still take it that route and just only thing is you may hear. You may not see it, but you may hear.
Yeah, because the panels was all shadows, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If I'm right, panels were shadows.
Yeah, and then visuals of his face, and stuff like that. So yeah.
I can see one of two things. It's either they're going to go over the top and it'll just be an adult version of Broly slamming Goku into that crater.
No, they won't.
or they do like what Kick-Ass did, where they just copped out because he couldn't wake himself up, and he'll just be like, "Yeah, that's my human half. This doesn't work without me being into it." And she has like some evil space needle as a backup.
No, I think they're
Like
going
just something to extract DNA. Still not great, but just less gruesome.
If anybody goes over the top, it's going to be the boys. So
Yeah.
I don't think they're not going to
that's
go. I don't think
another
they.
motherfucking
Yeah, I don't think they'll go over the top with that.
If
That
it's
bar
later
got set
and
up
they
so
don't,
high.
if it's later though and they don't get a replacement, they'll be carrying Amazon by themselves. So I wouldn't be shocked if they feel the need to up the ante. Also,
Not for Invincible.
That's well enough.
No, not for
Also,
Invincible.
I'm not fully. I get that he's supposed to be kind of like the Amanda Waller, but I don't get that evil a vibe from Cecil just yet. Like I get it, he will. Not yet, not yet. But I'm saying.
Let me say, I ain't never liked that nigga.
Slow burn. Slow burn.
That's slow burn because it's like the stuff he's done to this point. I get it, but so far, like with Donald, like I was getting there, and then Donald, like I was like, why did you clone him? And then I was like, oh, he asked for this, and then he kept you from learning because he at least respected his employees' wishes. Whereas Mark's mom was like, I want to get out from under your thumb. And I'm like, I haven't really seen him do too much that. I haven't really seen him. The stuff
to reiterate what Fury said,
He's still a villain.
I'll put that.
Go ahead, lady.
It's not like it's not like he listened to her when she said, I want to be underneath your thumb, and he walked away. No, he put invisible ghost men in the fucking house, and then he got the secret nanny who had to divulge that she was working for him, otherwise she wouldn't be able to stay in the house. So he's still doing what he want to do. He's not a good person, honey.
He says it. He says you either be the good guys or you be the guys that save the world. You can't be both.
Here's a better way to say it. He's not a great person, but he's not proving himself unnecessary. Because even when they're like, get out of here. And then like, damn, can't nobody come tonight? Like Angstrom's just in the living room, just breaking your mama like Vecna, like what Vecna did old girl in Stranger Things.
Ain't Cecil like a regular?
Yeah, Cecil's a regular human.
Yeah, why do I don't see. This
Cecil is doing things he's doing things that are absolutely necessary, as he says, for the betterment of the world. No one questions how he gets there unless you're working within that inner circle.
Cecil reminds you of Jack Nicholson from A Few Good Men. He's that guy that's gonna come up to you and say, do you want the truth or do you want me to save the world?
Right.
It's like, how did you find the bomb? Do you really want to know? Or are you grateful that I saved the world from a nuclear threat? Which one do you want?
Right.
Exactly.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
That's kind of what I respect. He's at least more realistic about his options and why he's doing it versus I can't tell you these things because I'm Cecil, like they do with a lot of characters like him. So he's not.
It's not. I wouldn't even put him in the same breath as Amanda Waller. Amanda Waller is like, you do this job.
No, I feel like they're trying to they're trying to give him that Waller vibe, and I'm like, it's just not giving me that because it doesn't. He's proved that he's a necessary personal evil to their lives. Because if they knew Angstrom was in the house, they could have gone differently.
I will sit there and say wait because your opinion's going to change on that.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to, but I feel like we should have been a couple of time skips in already, and maybe we'll get that this season because I know we have like many years of Mark's life to go after this, and we're not even at the first one yet.
Yeah, I got a long life to live.
Yeah. You're more likely going to look at Mark look at Cecil more like, damn, you should have told him or told whomever.
That's what I'm at. Like he's at least.
I'm not mad that you have to do what you have to do to save the world. I'm not mad at that part. But there's certain things. But then I get why you're doing certain things, and you can't say because you need things to. Nick Fury has done it. The Contessa has done it. Amanda Waller has done it. Anybody that is a human, a straight up human, no powers, that's put in these high positions, has had to make decisions that are push the needle for the betterment of the world. Amanda Waller is just like, I'm going to take these criminals and they can live, they can die. I could care less, but I can use them.
You pimped us, Fury. I'm sorry, that line's so stuck in my head.
Yeah, exactly. He's a necessary problem solver. It's not like Lex Luthor, where Lex Luthor says, "Oh, you have an all-powerful alien on Earth. What happens if he flips a switch? I know. I'll take care of him." No, that's where you drew the line because see now you feel like you need to do the job. Whether you got the resources or not, you've allowed your ego to take over. So you're not really trying to save the world. You're just trying to save the world so you can hold it.
Very much.
Cecil is facts over feelings. That's what
That's
Cecil is.
That's why I don't really dislike him. Like the again, I was starting to get to all right. Cecil might be kind of grimy, but then when we found again Donald's whole reveal that he went through a Venture Brothers comedic level of dying multiple times, and or might have the record tied at this point. And then
Dr. Doom is the same way. He's just like, look, I will save the Earth, but I'm going to run it. I won't let nothing happen to it, but I'm going to run it.
The things I should feel about Cecil, I feel more about Robot because he's not rubbing me the right way. Because
fair.
When he brought the flower, when he brought,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah, Lady Mandalore knows what it is.
When he
She's like,
brought the flower in to save old girl's life, and then he had the broken bot fall, and then the new robot came. I'm like, that was way too well timed for you to not. This something about you doesn't feel right.
There's a lot of character development. Trust me. It does it pay off in the end? Oh, no doubt. It pays off in ways you wouldn't expect.
Okay, and then
because it's not.
Oh, it does. It does. It's not registering now. That's the reason why we can't. That's the reason why we're being very careful in saying it, because once it gets to that point, it will all make sense as to why they're having to do this long storytelling, long drawn out storytelling. So that's
they did time skips in the comics. So you know
that's why I'm like, by this point, comic wise, we were almost a couple years into his life and making these decisions. And even when I look up what comes next, there's 50 other parts. I'm like, did this just keep going? Or even with
I would say at least this is season 3. I would say at least 2 more seasons.
Yeah.
With the way they're telling the story, because it's different from a comic where you got to wait on a monthly basis. So I say 2 more seasons at best is what we're going to get, and within that, within season 3 and possibly 4 and 5, we're going to get those time skips, and it'll be those necessary time skips too.
I was going to say because Kirkman's not going to pull a Walking Dead on us.
No.
But then with Angstrom, there's more with that. There's more with those shenanigans, isn't there?
Oh, there's more shenanigans with a little bit of everything.
When I looked up his character, they kept talking out. People, the comic is like, oh well, there's a story. I'm like, is it all one straight shot, or is there offshoots of the same thing?
There's a story that's telling it, and then it's like you think it ends because it goes off.
Yeah,
right.
But there's something else that interjects, and then it comes right back around and like, see, everything connects.
All right, that's the clickbait folks have just not been helping. That's all.
Enjoy the ride.